putting yourself in your client's shoes, understand the customer perspective, and then offer the tailor-made solution for the client's genuine problem. But how? How to do that? It's not that simple. So let me take you through this journey quickly. The root problem is gaining an in-depth understanding of your client's operational challenges in an environment which is geographically as well as culturally different. Let me share some quick references which are all over the web. The Startup Owner's Manual by Steve Blank emphasizes the understanding of customer needs by direct interaction. Kristen Zivago, in her book Roadmap to Revenue, outlines a method for understanding the buyer's mindset, focusing on desires, concerns, and questions. She emphasizes of using a personal touch rather than surveys and questionnaires. Gary Vee, yes, the famous Gary Vee, he emphasizes on adopting the customer's perspective to drive valuable content. Well, much said about all the references. The fourth reference is of my personal experience. This is about my first visit to my first client in Denmark. My key learnings from my client's visit. I had an international driving permit. I had local support as well as I was well aware about the local policies and logistics revolutions that Denmark is bringing for its citizens. Once I was in Copenhagen, I made sure that I tag along with one of the drivers who would move from one hub to another. We drove from Hvidovre to Lundby. Some of the surprising things that as an Indian was new to me. One, that there was a limitation on driver working hours. In fact, to monitor that, the government uses tachographs. Second, your one single driver who is driving a Mercedes or a Scania truck is alone. He is responsible for docking, undocking, get in, get out, everything. Third, at one point of time, a driver has access to 4 or 5 LED screens to monitor various aspects of his journey as well as shipment, as well as communication and containers. Fourth, cruise mode in action. How does the cruise mode along with ADAS make sense for the drivers? It is a blessing. Now, taking all that into account and all that into perspective, I was able to relate more and more to the client's feedback. But let me tell you, not everyone gets lucky. Not every time you had the means and the revenue to arrange an on-site trip to the client. So what should be done? Let me help you out. 1. Virtual immersion in your client's environment. Customer journey mapping, virtual ride-alongs, simulation and tools. Second, build local knowledge. Engage with local experts, online communities, and client workshops. Third, data-driven decision. These days, you can use Apps Flyer or Firebase to drive the insights from the application itself. Case studies. Analyze the case studies of various logistics operators in that particular geography. Fourth, cultural and regulatory education. Cultural training as well as regulatory updates. Both are easily available either on Google's forum, sessions, training, or you can take help of your local support. Fifth, proactive communication with the client. Again, I emphasize proactive. Feedback loops, empathy surveys, as well as getting to know each other outside of work are few techniques that you can use. Sixth, product customization and pilot programs. A lot of B2B companies invest in technology. They conduct pilot programs which can be collaborated with your client. It is a customer delight as well as a way to gain insights. Feature feedback is another good mechanism for product customizations. And the last, internal knowledge sharing, cross-team collaboration, as well as driving and collating customer stories. All in all, by combining empathy with data, technology, and local expertise, you can bridge the geographical gap, which is much needed in a customer success role. This will truly put yourself in your client's shoes, ensuring longer customer success and better relationships.